It's time for Michigan Fun on My Michigan TV, a weekly look at the top events in Michigan as presented by the state's leading authority on events, the Michigan Festival and Events Association. A full listing of events is available on MichiganFun.com. Michigan Fun is a production of My Michigan TV powered by Michigan Digital. Now, here's your host, President of the Michigan Festival and Events Association, Mike Sukin.
Welcome to Michigan Fun, a show that talks about the top events and festivals, fairs in the state of Michigan. And summertime and festival season is in full swing, and I want you to please help me welcome to the show Kat Pay, Executive Director of the National Cherry Festival. Welcome, Kat.
Hi there. Good morning, afternoon.
Hey, you got a little thing going on in Traverse City coming up here.
I do. The National Cherry Festival, of course, starting in just a few days. It is a big event for sure.
And of course, being that I've been involved in festivals and events from the operator's point of view, I know that this is probably just the smooth sailing part of the event, right? But just everything is going according to. Yeah.
I would say it's going well. Of course, we are blessed with some good weather right now, so that's going well. Setup is already well underway, and we are excited to welcome probably 500,000 to 600,000 people very soon to our beautiful community to celebrate the cherry. We have over 150 events in 8 days, 90% of which are free to the public. Of course, the air shows this weekend featuring the U.S. Air Force Thunderbirds and various other pieces. So we are excited and ready to go.
If anybody knows how to throw a party, you guys do up in Traverse City. And this event is just one of those parties that goes on. So you said it starts this weekend. You got the air show going on. You've also got you do have some road races going on that might require some changes. Last time I was in Traverse City, I saw a lot of construction signs.
Our parade routes are actually what was most affected. Our Community Royale Parade and our Cherry Royale Parade Thursday night and Saturday morning are both being affected with some construction that has not yet been completed. So we have rerouted our parades. We will start on Front and Union as we have our Front and Railroad, go all the way down Front Street. And instead of turning on Union, we're actually going to go up to Oak Street, end at 13th. So we added about a half mile to our parade routes this year, but it's going to be great. And we are rolling with the punches. We also have, as I said, the air show starting this weekend, the first and the second. Closing weekend, Thursday and Saturday are the parades. We have the Festival of Races presented by Meyer, and those are going to be the 5K, 10K, 15K, and the half marathon. Those should not be affected by the parade or the bridge closure on Union. So we're excited about that. And a lot of concerts and free family fun and you name it, and we have it, and we are just raring to go in about 4 days, which is crazy to me, that we will be opening the National Cherry Festival and kind of going from there.
And you've got some great sponsors. I just saw, Sara Lee, the Cherry Festival, Traverse City, summertime, Michigan. I can't think of a glove that fits better than that.
We would agree. Sara Lee is gracious enough to, of course, be the sponsor of our pie eating contest. What better way to showcase Sara Lee pie than to eat it as fast as humanly possible without using your hands or utensils? So we think that is a lot of fun. I know. I love the videos and pictures of the kids eating pie. We also do require our National Cherry Court to do that.
And everybody's enticed and encouraged to bring your cameras.
Oh, absolutely. And you have not lived until you've seen the Cherry Queen and her court do this in crowns and tiaras and sashes. So yes, it is always a fun adventure.
So in addition to those activities, you also have a carnival.
We do. Our favorite Arnold's Amusements, they're a local family here to Traverse City, and they will be setting up tomorrow night.
That's awesome. Wristbands?
We do wristbands, and then we also have tickets. So we do both. We have a special on Kids Day, which is Thursday, July 6th. And one of a fantastic event that we have done that has actually been spearheaded by the Arnold family is our special Kids Day, which is on Wednesday, July 5th. The rides is free, and everything about it, including the snacks, all of it is free for our special kids and their families, which we think is an amazing opportunity. They do this at many carnivals all over when they do participate, but this has been a highlight of something that we have had at the National Cherry Festival for several decades, and we are excited to continue that, of course, with them. And then there's always the kids events, because you can't have a festival without bubblegum blow and pit spitting, and of course, arts and crafts, teddy bear tea, you name it, we have it. Sand sculpture contest, we even have a powwow. So there is something for everyone.
That's awesome. You've also got some pretty amazing talent on your stage, and not just amazing talent from the Traverse City area, but from Nashville.
Yes, we very much do. It has been incredible. We have Jordan Davis, of course, coming and performing on Thursday night. And July 6th. July 7th, we have Chicago. Of course, on Saturday, July 8th, will be Jeff Foxworthy and Larry the Cable Guy. Earlier in the week, we have Three Doors Down, Theory of a Dead Man, and Skillet. We also have Flo Rida playing this year. Here Come the Mummies and Laith El-Sadi. And then there's someone I'm forgetting. Oh, Night Ranger is, I think, our last one in there. So it's a full lineup, very eclectic, something for everyone. 8 nights of concerts. 2 nights, we have fireworks following the concerts as well.
Wow, what a full schedule. And if anybody wants to get more detail on it, which I find it hard to believe that somebody get more detail than what you just gave them, they can check you out on the website and Facebook, I'm assuming?
Oh, of course. We're on Facebook, Instagram, all your social medias. And then, of course, our website, cherryfestival.org, to get any of the tickets for some of those concerts that might still be available. I will say we are pretty short on Jordan Davis in Chicago right now, but race registrations too for the 5, 10, 15, or half marathon presented by Cherry Bay Orchards, the Meyer Festival of Races. The registrations are still open for those. And then also to plan your activities and where to go. Hotel rooms are getting on high demand up here at the moment. So traversity.com to, of course, book those rooms sooner than later, and then cherryfestival.org for the schedule events. Plan your trip accordingly, race routes, parade routes, how to get around town, all the information right there.
That's great. That's great. Was there anything, we went through a lot. Did we miss anything?
Oh, I'm sure there's 150 events. I have not been to all of them. I'm going to try to check out some new ones this year, but a lot of our events overlap, which is some of the joy of the Cherry Festival. There is something for everyone. You really got to take a look at our maps and our program and online. You can build your schedule and figure out what you want to see, because there is something going on, and usually there's 4 or 5 events simultaneously going on. So I would say that's definitely the exciting and challenging part of the National Cherry Festival, is getting it all in and making sure that you're going to everything you want to see. There's so much.
And yeah, it's called the National Cherry Festival because it's not just Traverse Cities. It's not just the state of Michigan. You get people coming from all over the country to Cherry Festival. Everywhere I go, anywhere I see people, and I tell them that I'm with Michigan Festivals and Events. Oh, the Cherry Festival. I mean, I can be anywhere in the United States and they have heard about the National Cherry Festival in Traverse City. Do you have have you done a survey as to how many different states or how many different countries have been to the National Cherry Festival?
We've done our economic impact study, and there's some of that data in there of how many countries. It's over a dozen countries. It's, 40 some states in one year. We do have a map at our welcome center inside our open space park, and we do ask everyone to push a pin from where they're from. That's a highlight of us to later look at it and see where people are from. And I know that's not exactly quantitative data, but we do like that. We enjoy to see where people are coming from. We enjoy to see the stories and generational stories of parents who brought their kids here, kids who are now bringing their kids, and you've got 3 and 4 and 5 generations who are all visiting the National Cherry Festival. We are celebrating 97 years of history this year, so we're honored to continue to be part of families' traditions year over year, watch them come from all over, and then they start volunteering for us. And that's the best part, because then they become part of the bigger Cherry family. And not only are they here on vacation, but to enjoy it, but they're also starting to give back into our community and then their communities at home. Several hundred of our volunteers come from out of the area, and we absolutely love them. And it's like old home week for us to get to see them all again. And we're excited. We're excited to do it. Throw one of the big parties, of course, in Northern Michigan for 8 solid days. And it's going to be a very good time. We're hoping the weather is holding. We've called Mother Nature, so we're hoping she contains herself for a few days and we get to enjoy all that we can up here.
It didn't go to voicemail.
Didn't. I got straight. I have a
Good.
direct line. I have a direct line.
You got a direct line. I knew you were awesome.
I don't know if I can do much, but Mother Nature and we have an understanding. So we plan on having a beautiful weather up here. Well, of course, Mike, you're coming to visit us, so we're anticipating some very nice weather.
We have our reservations in, so we
need.
are there. We will be there, and we will be partaking in as many of the activities. I don't think we're going to get them all. Just like you said, there's just way too much going on to be able to hit them all. And besides, I do have to sleep at some point in time. But yes, I am so looking forward to. And Kat, I'm almost embarrassed, and I shouldn't be embarrassed to say this because it's going to be resolved this year. I have never been to the Cherry Festival, but it is the bucket item list this year that come.
Okay.
I was going to say hell and high water, but I don't think you can say that. Oh, well, I just did. We will be at the Cherry Festival this year, and we are going to take in as much of it as we possibly can and get a full flavor of Northern Michigan. So thank you very much for everything that you do, for your committee in the planning. And I don't know how many people know this, but the Cherry Festival is only 8 days, but it's really a full-time year-round project with a number of activities that help put this together. And there's the philanthropic side of what the charity does for the community. And it's not just a party. It's a special event. And Kat, you do a fantastic job there. Thank you for being on Michigan Fun TV today. I just got nothing else other than praise. I can just throw more praise your way, but then you would prefer that I would volunteer.
We'll put you to work next week. No, we appreciate it. Thank you. Make sure when you get up here, you get a cherry pie flurry. There is nothing like them. A full slice of cherry crumb pie put into ice cream and mixed up in a flurry machine. It is magic. I know. So I need you to tell whoever you're with next week to make sure that you get a cherry pie flurry in your life, because it is the best thing that has ever happened. We're excited to welcome people to Northern Michigan. You bring up some great points about all the philanthropic things that the Festival Foundation and the National Cherry Festival do. We like to support the community that supports us. We would not be here without the city of Traverse City and the Grand Traverse area saying, yay, cherries, we want to celebrate you. We want you here. So we want to give back. Our organization gives back upwards of $120,000 in just cash annually to various nonprofits who are helping us put on this 8-day celebration. So this isn't us alone, but we appreciate that. And we want to continue celebrating Northern Michigan the best way we know how, which is with cherries.
Sounds great. Kat, thank you for being with us today. I appreciate you taking the time, especially right before the festival. I know how much how crazy that is to be able to part with all those duties. But thank you very much for being with us today. Thank you.
Of course.
Well, next up for Michigan Fun, we're going to talk to Kyle Andrews from the Family Tradition Band. We'll be right back.
My Michigan TV is streaming everywhere on Apple TV, Roku, Fire TV, and more smart TV apps. My Michigan TV is on your phone too. Take us with you wherever you go. Just search for My Michigan TV on your favorite app store or visit mymitv.com. All Michigan, streaming everywhere. My Michigan TV.
Looking for the perfect weekend getaway? Love Lansing like a local. And we promise, you'll love Lansing just as much as we do.
A fresh path can be illuminating. It can light up your world.
Leading you to breathtaking spaces filled with wide open possibilities.
Out here, you can find yourself without even looking.
Knowing a fork in the road always leads to an extraordinary adventure. So set out and shine bright.
And let fresh be your guide to pure Michigan.
Welcome back to Michigan Fun. A look at the festivals, fairs, and events in our state and all across the state. Well, what the heck? We're just across the state. Hey, I want to welcome to the show someone that is a part of festivals, fairs, and events. He's not a festival, fair, and event, but without him, the festival, fair, and event might not be as much fun as with him. Mr. Kyle Andrews from the Family Tradition Band. Welcome, Kyle.
Hey, Mike, how you doing?
I'm doing great. You guys I don't know when you guys sleep. You guys are on the road constantly.
Thanks. Yeah, no, it's been tough lately for sure. We definitely have been hitting it hard so far this summer, but we only get that little short window here in Michigan to, cover the outside stuff. So we try to hit it as hard as we can between May and September, let's say.
Well, Kyle, we met at Boyne Mountain Resort 2021 at the Michigan Festivals and Events Convention. You guys were on our stage. We had a hall full of festival organizers listening to you guys, and you guys burned the place down. I mean, you guys were on fire. So
thanks, man.
That's the first time I've seen you, and that's the first time a lot of Michigan festivals and event organizers have seen you guys. What is the history on Family Tradition? How long you guys been playing together?
We started kicking stuff off in 2015. Kind of just getting everybody together, putting it together. Working on all the stuff behind the scenes to get a country band up and going in Michigan, and we started playing shows in 2016. And then just kind of went from there. We keep building it. It's kind of transitioned a lot of times. I would say, across the years. When I first started, actually, it really was Family Tradition. I actually started it with my dad. He was the bass player in the band when I first started in this, and that was actually my first project when I was kind of coming up. I think I was 16 or 17 as I played in his band, and kind of, full circle moment with this one. Kind of when I started it, I was like, well, maybe I'll get some of the original guys that I originally first started out with. And my dad was all for it. He did it for as long as he could. He finally just said, man, I'm not chasing you guys all around the state all summer long. There's no way I can keep up with you. So he retired a couple years ago. But yeah, no, it's definitely grown. It's gotten to a point now where, we do get a lot of calls for the band. We try to do as many as we can, but I feel like, I'm turning down more lately than booking, because we book out pretty far out lately, which is a good problem to have, I guess. But, we try to do as much as we can in the summer, and then just do all the outdoor stuff.
Yeah, it's not possible to play two locations on the same night.
No, unfortunately not.
But I've seen you. I can't even count the number of festivals that I've been to, and you guys were on stage. Man, you surprised me when we were at the Morel Mushroom Festival in Boyne City, and you came up to me. I was doing the judging, and you said, "Hey." I mean, you guys are everywhere. I saw you. Yeah, hurry up. Don't make a mess on that stage. And then you guys were at the Asabo River race. Saw you guys there. I even heard a story that one of the members of your band had to postpone a wedding because of schedule. Have you guys been that busy that you've had to work around your social life or your family life?
Oh, absolutely, for sure. Yeah, no, it's definitely a challenge. It's keeping that balance for sure, and obviously not overdoing it, and then not playing in the same area too much. We try to spread it out as much as we can, and not repeat the same area too often, just because we don't want to overexpose ourselves. But we're definitely hitting all ends of the map for sure. Especially in Michigan right now. We're mostly just in Michigan, but definitely stretching that out. We want to get up to the UP too. There's been some talks of us going up there. We haven't been able to do much up there yet, but we definitely plan to make it up there pretty soon.
Well, I'm in Brimley at the moment. You want me to do some scouting for you?
Yeah, no, we were talking to the Keewatin Casino up there. They were talking about doing something with us. They've had a couple national acts coming through. Our schedules didn't align for it to work out, but hoping to work something out with those guys. But yeah, we'd love to come up there for sure.
Yeah, we saw Grand Funk Railroad last winter up at Keewatin. So yes, they do get some national acts there. Speaking of national acts, and you brought up mostly playing in Michigan, have you been courted by Nashville yet?
Have I been what? I'm sorry, repeat that?
I'm sorry, what was that?
What was the question? It cut out for a second. What was the question?
I apologize. I was wondering whether or not you guys have been courted by Nashville yet.
Oh, well, see, the whole Nashville scene, I actually lived down there for a couple of years. It's great. It's amazing. It's a whole nother scene, I guess, if you want to go that route and, work from there, it's great. But the way that, the music industry is structured nowadays, being independent and kind of living and doing what you want to do is very, I don't want to say easy because it's definitely not easy, but it's definitely much more obtainable than it was, let's say 10 or 15 years ago. Being able to put out your own music, book your own shows, kind of do your own schedules, your own merchandise. So not that say there's not talks about it eventually, but no, we're pretty much kind of rooted here for the most part, and we will continue to travel outside of Michigan and go further. But as far as like moving the operation down there, I don't know if that's anytime soon necessarily.
No, I get that, because you guys are all Michigan guys, right? I mean, everybody's from mostly from Southeast Michigan.
Yeah, Billy, the fiddle player, originally is from Oklahoma. The guys are all kind of spread out. I think we go all the way from Bay City all the way as far south as like downriver. So we're pretty spread out in state for sure.
That's awesome. That's awesome. You guys put on a heck of a show. As I said, I've seen you many a times. You blew the doors off of Boyne Mountain when you were there for the convention. And I know that you got a lot of bookings from that. And I'm so happy for you guys for that. I'm happy for the communities that got you booked because they had sellout shows. You guys got quite the following and quite the reputation. Kyle, I want to thank you for being on the show today. We kind of went a little bit off the norm because we talk a lot of times about the festivals, fairs, and events, but I think that you guys are an event. You guys are an event within an event because you're what makes that festival, that fair, that event extra special. There's a lot of musicians that do that, but family tradition has got to be right close to the top of that list. So I want to thank you and the guys for what you do and sharing your talent with all of us. That you don't want to hear me sing, and after 10 years of piano lessons, I still can't only play chopsticks. So you don't want to hear me play, but I can appreciate good music and I appreciate live entertainment and the talent that you guys have that I don't have. So thank you.
Well, thank you. Yeah, we try to put a lot into it for sure. We definitely try to beat who we were before and just, keep it consistent and keep setting the bar and raising the bar as much as we can, and just keep elevating ourselves to do a better job and to make it fun. I mean, people are coming to these events and these fairs and these festivals to get away from whatever they're going through and to whatever they got going on in their lives. They just want to have a good time. And that's 100% our responsibility, and our job is everybody that comes there and everybody that sees us is to have them leave there better than when they came in. And if they had a great time and they were, partying and having a good time and laughing or crying or whatever we're doing for the event, depending on what it is, that they just said, wow, what a great night. And we try to just keep doing that and bring that positivity and that party atmosphere wherever we go, and just try to be uplifting to whoever we can.
Perfect. Well said. Good message. Again, Kyle, thank you for being with us today.
Thank you. Appreciate it. We'll see you soon, I'm sure.
You will. Well, that wraps up this week's show. I want to thank all of our guests for being with us. Again, if you want to know more about any of those festivals and events, you can check us out on MichiganFun.com, or you can also go to My Michigan TV for to watch the show or reproduction of the show or anything, because they're sharing that on their platform. It's all Michigan streaming all the time. That's My Michigan TV, MyMITV.com. I also want to thank our producer, Jared Clark, and the entire staff at My Michigan TV. And I look forward to being back here again next week. Until then, get out there and have some fun.